Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Backpacktrader training room for Tuesday, July 30th, or July, yeah, August 30th, 2022. The year is going by. Please note the required risk disclosure this morning. This room is for educational and information purposes only. It is not considered to be considered financial advice. And let's get it started. All right, we've got just over 3 minutes before the market opens. We have a possible get-in sync long on the YM. Soybeans is in a trade that's already gone too far, so we'll look for something new there. Crude oil this morning. First trade comes up at 8 seconds after our start time. Yellow long trade. Just 2 seconds to back down here, so we don't get in on the initial setup, but we do get in on when it comes back up. Get in sync there. And unfortunately, that turns around and goes for a full stop. So then our next trade is, then it bounces off the 200 EMA, it looks like, and we get a blue trade, light blue trade, another long trade at 901.25, 8 seconds to get in that one, so we should be in that. And that goes to a stop and reverse at 94.62, which is our full stop out. That's 2 full stop outs, and that would end the session. If you did take the short, it does mitigate it slightly, but still a losing session on the day. The short picks up 13 and 21 for 34 ticks, but we lost 46 and 52. So we're down 60 ticks or so on the day for the 9 a.m. session. Unleaded. All right, just over a minute to go. Unleaded also has a trade at 901 flat. That takes 1 second to get, let's see, actually 3 seconds to get through money management, so no way to get in that trade. So then we pick up the blue, dark blue trade off the SMA down here at 901.59. That hits money management, and target 1 doesn't quite get to target 2. So if you're trading target 1, that's going to be a one and done. If you're trading target 2, we take a partial win. The long doesn't trigger in. And then we come down here for a second short. This is also a blue SMA trade, and market just opened, and we should be in the long trade on the YM. Long trade on soybeans is filtered out. Oh, wait a minute. No. But this one isn't. Let's see if we could have gotten in that. Okay, that trade is valid because it did trigger in, But that would have actually canceled, that setup would have actually canceled the trade. Well, no, we should, well, let's see. Yeah, no way to get into that. Well, I did it. Yeah, maybe you got into that. And no, you got that first. So we hit target 1 before we came back to pick up an entry. So no entry there. Here's our first trade is the short. I had to look through that myself. But soybeans just trigger into a short. The YM takes a full stop out. The Russell will come back to unleaded. The Russell picks up a short, and that's going to go break even, not getting to target 3. All right, soybeans in the short, working for target 1, 1409.25. Got within 1 tick. 10 tick target. Down within 1 tick again. And there's target and money management. 09.25 for 10 ticks. Stops to 11.50. And stopping out at 11.50. One and done this morning on soybeans. So 3 ticks on the trailer and 13 ticks, 162, 162.50 on a four position trade, 4 contracts. And one and done. YM in another long. 32, 136, 137. Keep an eye on that. Good morning, Miles, Arizona Bob, Pamela. Welcome to those that joined me a few minutes late. I got started about 5 minutes till. Losing session this morning on a 9 o'clock mini session on crude. 2 full losses. If you took the third trade, that did get you 2 target win, mitigating the loss, but still around 60 ticks. Unleaded, target 1 would be one and done. If you're trading target 2, you have to take the second long or second short over here, also a blue trade. That takes some heat, then comes down through both targets, getting through targets 1 and 2. So the only target 2 traders would be taking this one anyway. So target 2, 39 ticks, and coming back for at least 39 on the trailer, it looks like. 086. And target 1 was, no, it's okay, that would have been target 1. 088. So we get 27 on the trailer. Solid win, and that gets us 2 and done if you're using those trades. Good morning, Johnny. So if you aren't trading the SMA trades because you're on the gold level and not drawing those in, then your first trade is actually this long. That gets just shy of target one, so you get a partial there. 4-second pullback, so that long is avoided. That's an SMA anyway, so you wouldn't have had it. So then you have the short at 9:10 that goes target one, and it goes through targets 1 and 2. So 2 and done if you're not using the SMA trades. You get 2 out earlier if you were, but either one gets you positive. So get us back to where we are now, and crude down in the mid 93s. Look like we've got still got a valid long trade, but of course that's not going to be one we're taking, obviously. All right, the YM picks up target one and a minimal trailer. So our loss on the first trade was, there's a short if we need it. $34, so 68. Target one on that trade was 29. Our entry was 137, and we got 154, so 17.46. So we're still down 22. So we're taking the short from 147 down 22. So we need target one. This is another 29 tick target. And the Russell with possibly if you got a pullback to the entry, that's a maybe. You'll just have to take it apart. We've reached target 2. We are trailing, or we're at break even. The break even stop is set at the moment, 84.6. Bring up the micro NQ down here as well. And the micro NQ looks like that took a full stop out on its first trade on the 12.3 Catapult Renko chart. Okay, the one I haven't talked about is the pound Aussie this morning. We had a long trade set up at just after 7 o'clock this morning, but we had the opportunity at our start time at 8:30 to get in sync right here. And that started off on a nice up move. All 4 targets, and we're now at 69.29 for the trailing stop. So up above target 3 already. 15, 24, 33, and 43 pips for the targets. So 39, 72, 75, 115 ticks so far for 115 pips. And it looks like another short on the MNQ. Russell once again going to a break even. YM still short. And that's a second loss on the MNQ. Seller's just not willing to commit to push that down that far. And we have a stop and reverse potential on the YM 158. EMA's at 158. I'd push that to 161. It's a good solid size trade. Not huge, but not small either. You got the 50 and the key level there. And it looked like it did get to 58, but I would have adjusted around the 50 there some more. So I'd have been at 59 or 61 at least, 59 at least. Actually, 60 would have been better. Give it 2 ticks above where it was at the setup. And now we have a long setup on the MNQ. Spike to it, so push it up a tick. 57 and a quarter. And so we reversed back into short, but since we didn't, with an adjustment, you stayed in the short. The new short just hit money management and target 1, but we're still back in this older short, the pink short. With the stop and reverse plus key level adjustment. Or actually stop and reverse and chart level. There's your full target. So patience is rewarded, and that's going to be POQ. That will get us positive. Already 7 ticks plus, and we picked up the trailer now at 128 using the yellow trades trailer now. And I wasn't watching MNQ. That was 4, 9, 10. Okay, so that one you'll have to take apart to see what the movement was, see if you had time to execute, but that's a promising looking trade already at money management. No new trades on the Russell. All right, so we had 115 on the targets, and we got another 36 so far on the trailer on the pound Aussie. 151 pips, at a minimum, and looks like it's still trending upward. Little hitch there as it crossed over the 200 EMA. And there's a target 2 on the MNQ. And the YM stopping out at 32,107. So 107 from 147 is 40 ticks on the trailer, 29 on target. So we're plus 47 on the day. Soybeans, POQ, the YM POQ. Nice one. We've got a one and done on pound Aussie. It's still going on the trailer. Target 3 on the micro NQ. Stop down to 500.75. Here again, tell you what, let's do this. All right, there is our setup and our entry. So I'm going to change this to a 5-second chart. So there was our entry. Oh yeah, lots of time to get in that one. See how it meanders about for 5-second bars? So yeah, definitely in that trade. So definitely a winning trade. Targets 2 and 3 and trailing down to 501.50. I thought that, okay. Thought that was down to 575, but that's must have changed a little bit when I redid the chart. So let's get those lines out of the way. So trade number 4 is long. And the pound Aussie now up to 942 for the trailer. That pushes it up above target 4. 6 ticks above target 4 already. And that was, target 4 was 43, so 47 pips. So we're almost 160 pips now on that trade. You're running all 5 positions. Full stop out, trade third full loss on the MNQ, and that will end that session. Short trade on the Russell, 1874.2. I'll keep up with current goings on the crude chart. We've got about a little under 8 minutes before our 10 a.m. session, 8:40. Or I'm sorry, 7. Yeah, it's now about 7.5 minutes. All right. Questions? We're just about through things. We'll take a look at the 10 a.m. crude session momentarily. And the Russell, another break-even trade. You would have had to adjust to break-even on the fly on that one. We hit money management, but then it did pull back, and that bar closed well above break-even. So that's a case where you would have had a partial loss trading by automation, but if you were trading manually and moved your stop, that would have gotten you even. So that's 3 break-even trades on the Russell. It looks like if we get a close, stop is going to move up to about 44. It looks like on the pound Aussie. New short on the Russell. If you didn't get your order in quickly enough for that touch, then push it down a tick. 82.71 or 72.1, and in the trade. Crude trending down for the last 10 or 15 minutes, and having not having much success on the long trades, and just not getting short trades at the moment. Here's another long. And pound Aussie moves up to 44. That's 51 pips now on the trailer. $166 so far on the day for the Russell is short. That's trade number 3, I believe it is. Trade number 4. Yeah, we've had three break evens. On the Russell Catapult Russell Renko. And pound Aussie stop stays at 44. So we have that. We've got the 10 a.m. crude session, mini session coming up in just under a minute and a half. No get in sync for crude mini session. That's already gone too far, so we'll look for a new setup. And stopping out, so looking for the new setup now. Looks like the pound Aussie's in a little bit of a consolidation just above the session open from yesterday evening. And there we are in the session, short, and that went through too quickly to catch. So still waiting for a first trade. That short was too fast to execute. And moving up to 49 on the pound Aussie. Excuse me. We're right around the zero with both overbought and oversold. So it's going back and forth and knocking out the possible setups. And since we're straddling the moving averages that we get setups off of, we're not getting any setups right now on crude. Okay, possibly a short trade on if we get it down here. And the pound Aussie stopping out. For 171 pips on the day. And there's a long trade. On crude. Getting a bounce off the 50 EMA. All right, and that stopped out, full stop out. 24 ticks, 48 tick loss total. And that was a squeeze zone filter keeping us out of the short. All right, the Russell with its first loss. Fourth break even, and fifth trade was a full loss. We can take one more trade on the day. And there is a short on crude, 92.79. Plenty of time. I just hung around the entry. So. And the Russell with the final trade of the day going short. Already at money management. And the short there's money management, target 2 and target 3, hitting target 3 on the nose. So that is 8 and 13, 21. And we lost 40. Yeah, 48. So we're still down 27. Basic trade plan here is 2 fixed targets. Long trade from 81. Definitely in that. Adjusting around those moving averages is a little too far away. Excuse me. All right, the Russell with a target 3. Finally. And trailing almost down to target 3 already as well. Targets 3 and 4. 67.7 for there is a short, quick short. Full stop. I think that's probably 30. Yeah, that was a full stop out on the long, and the short went away way too quickly. But that's two full. That's the third trade anyway off the long. So a couple of losing sessions this morning on crude. All right, folks. That's about all there is, unless there's questions. I don't see anybody. I picked up a few more people. Welcome, welcome. Looks like we're about done, though. All of our trade plans in the room have completed. A couple of tough mini sessions on crude this morning. All right, folks. Nobody's typing anything in the chat. So if there isn't anything else, and the Russells did stop out at 67.7, just up above target 3. So that finishes that session, and that will just about do it. Everyone have a wonderful day. And we will see everybody tomorrow. I will begin covering for Troy tomorrow. He's going to be traveling tomorrow. So I will see everybody tomorrow morning at 9:30 for a regular session and 10:30 for the crude oil inventory report. Everyone have a wonderful day.